Look at this lineup, Kendrick Bourne. All week, we're all here. You got the Dan Patrick Show talking about the Super Bowl. You got Fantasy Football Happy Hour talking about the Super Bowl. Right next to me, where they were a little bit ago, Mike Florio, Chris Sims talking about the Super Bowl. And, of course, here we are, brother from another.
Yes, sir.
We're here all week getting ready for Super Bowl 58, Niners and Chiefs. I am joined by Kendrick Bourne. First of all, look at the gear. Look at the fit. Okay, it looks good. My man's got his own clothing line.
Yes,
so
sir.
let's talk about that first. So we'll get to football. We can always talk about football. I want to talk about clothes first.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So I got a Born Blessed brand that I'm promoting, man. It's a clothing line, like as you said. The motto behind it, man, is that you was born blessed. No matter what you've been through, no matter what you're going through, if you take it with the right perspective, anything you've been through, trials and tribulations, is to make you better, man. So ultimately, you was born blessed. So that's what I'm promoting, man.
So open that up a little bit so we can see it.
Logo.
There it is.
So I'm Samoan. So I'm Samoan in black. So
Yeah.
I got kind of the tribal vibe. It's like some old English lettering. So trying to promote my culture and the gospel in a sense. So just promoting positivity.
I like that.
Yes, sir.
Promoting positivity. I told you off the air I got a thought on that. I'll come back to that in a second.
Sir.
Where can we find it?
Oh, yeah, borndrip.com. Thank you for reminding me,
of
Mike.
course.
Borndrip.com.
Yeah.
Kind of want to change the name, still working on it. But you can order clothes on there, man, so check it out.
So Kendrick Bourne, wide receiver for the New England Patriots, former wide receiver for the San Francisco 49ers as well. I will watch you play. I have never seen a player, whether he takes a hit, whether he makes a catch, drops a ball, it doesn't matter. I've never seen a player play with so much energy and with a smile, a football player.
Yes, sir.
In the National Football League. Where is that coming from, man? Like, your energy is just like nonstop.
Sir.
I've never seen you down.
I appreciate that, man. So it's a funny thing. So I don't wear a mouthpiece. So, I'm supposed to. Hope y'all get in trouble. But so my teeth are always showing. So, when you bite down on your mouthpiece, you're like that. So sometimes I'm smiling, but it's funny how it's been happening. So I'm biting down because I'm kind of tensing up, taking a hit, but it looks like I'm smiling. So people are like, you always smiling. But it comes from, man, just a good perspective, just being thankful for where I'm at, man. And
there it is.
Look. I don't have a mouthpiece. So I'm smiling right there because that's a touchdown.
That's a touchdown.
That was so that one was a real smile, but it's funny how it all plays out. But it's just having that energy, man, and making other people feel good, man, and really genuinely being a good person, man, just doing the right things. But my perspective is in the right place. I play football. It is a blessing, bro. Everybody don't get to do it. Everybody don't get to experience it. So not taking it for granted, man. It helps me be smiling and enjoy for life.
When did you say to yourself, hey, I want to be a pro football player? Was it very young? Was it college? Like, when did you say, this is what I want to do? This is my plan.
Great question. So I started playing football in the 6th grade. It took me a while to even like the game. 6th grade is not common. People start lower.
Yeah.
But then as I got older, I got better, and it was really in college. So college, my sophomore year, I started against University UW.
Okay.
The Dogs. So they was just in championship, everything. They're a great program. And I had my first start, and I balled out. I was a sophomore young guy, and I balled out against a D1 team. I was going against Marcus Peters and some other guys, and I went for like 7 catches, like 100-something yards, and a touchdown. And that's when I knew I got a chance at this. I was competing with the top dogs, so I was like, man, I think I can do it. So that's when it kind of hit.
And so you had like a couple of seasons stand out to me. Your 2021 season with the Patriots first year, you did really well, career high in yardage. Next year, down year. Was that the offensive coordinator? Okay, well, you tell me what it was. I have my own thoughts about it. But
it was a mixture for me. So honestly, as I look within, I want to take things head on. Matt Patricia was a tough decision, of course.
Yeah.
And everybody questioned it. So
a defensive coordinator, career defensive coordinator on offense.
Exactly. So everybody questioned it. So it was going around the world. And so it was in a locker room. So same thing. So kind of falling into the victim of why is he our OC or why this or why that. And also I kind of got complacent in a sense of having my best year, and then I thought I was going to come in and just fall into place. But, you have to earn your keep. You have to work hard. So I learned that every year I'm coming in, working hard and earning my spot, and that's the Patriot way. Bill don't play about, you got to earn your leisure in a sense. So I struggled, man. I just wasn't taking care of my body the same as I was in 2021. And then in 2023, I really took everything that I learned from that year to really not do. So whatever I did in 22, I'm like,
do the opposite.
I'm going to just focus on myself and not outside. Control what I could control. And so it was a mixture of both for me.
Who did you guys think was going to be the offensive coordinator? Because, I mean, Patricia, that was a shock.
So losing Josh was tough because Josh was really good. He helped. For me, I had a good relationship with him, and he helped me grow as a player. He had a complex offense. And who did we think? I don't really remember. Because it was a bunch of decisions, but I'm not sure if I don't know who was in like the standings for the job.
So sometimes I would say, and maybe people who work with me would agree with this, for the most part, I'm a nice guy. For the most part.
Yeah.
And sometimes I got like some hater streaks in me every now and then, like, to get the little, conversations going. So I've had debates with people, and I say, Matt Patricia we know. He's not an offensive mind, not an imaginative.
No.
But on defense. But Bill O'Brien is a career offensive coordinator, and the offense went down. I've debated that Matt Patricia did a better job than Bill O'Brien. What do you think?
It's funny because he did have a better record at one point.
He
finished better.
Third downs, everything was better.
And so that's where it gets hard, man, because and it comes down to the players too. We got to pull our weight also. It can't just be them coaching, because Matt Patricia, he knows football. So Bill O'Brien knows football. So when you coach defense, you kind of know what offense does. It definitely doesn't resonate, but they know football. So ultimately, it got to be player camaraderie, coaches working together and going to play for the common goal. And I think it just didn't gel in both seasons, man. Everybody wasn't chasing the same thing. It has to be the perfect team. To get to a point like this in the Super Bowl, you have to have the perfect team, and everything has to be going right. So it just wasn't that.
You started talking about it. 2023, you were off to an amazing start. Then, the injury happened. What do you think you're still only like 28 years old. What do you think your ceiling is as a wide receiver? How do you see yourself?
I think the sky's the limit, man. I think I don't really have a ceiling. So it's funny because in San Francisco, I played kind of a role player, coming in on third down, and then in Patriots, I was that role, and then I kind of kept building up to being kind of the guy last year, as you're saying. And so I feel like I have a lot of traits to me. I don't care about being the guy. I would love to be the guy. Everybody does, want the ball, all that. But I'm able to play that third down role and wait and then go and make a play. So I've experienced so much in my 7 years that I feel like I have a lot of value to me, and I take that seriously. So just the person I am, my perspective is right. So if I got to be the blocker, I'm gonna be the blocker. If I got to be the pass catcher, if I got to be the running back to decoy, I'm gonna do it because there's a common goal that I want to reach. I want the Super Bowl. So having that mentality, I think I could fit anywhere.
Who's the best receiver in the league? Who's the guy that you look up to? I mean, you look at and say, okay.
Devontae Adams.
Devontae Adams is.
Yeah, everything he does, from releases to down the field. And he's not a blazing fast guy, and that's what I am. I'm not super fast. I don't have those traits, but there's a way that you can play to be threatening every single play, and I think he does that every time. So he's somebody that I admire, man. And he's a great person. Talked to him a little bit before we played him in the game, and he's super cool, man.
And so you've got some decisions to make.
Yeah.
What would you like to do? I mean, you played for Bill Belichick last year, and now in New England they got Coach Mayo.
Yeah.
Do you want to play for Coach Mayo back there, or what? You interested in exploring the field?
It's definitely
big
on my heart to play for Mayo. It's big. Obviously the Patriots. Patriots organization. So I have a good relationship with him. He was there for the 3 years. He's obviously been there his whole life, which is great. But he was there for the 3 years, and he's always cool in the hallway saying what's up, trying to get people's energy up. He'll come mess with you. You seem like you down. He'll try to get you going, and those little details go a long way for me because I feel like I'm that kind of guy where I want to push my guys. If the energy's down, you take my energy, use my energy to get your perspective right or whatever it may be. So I feel like those traits are positive for a locker room. He's like a glue kind of guy. So I'm just excited, man. I would love to be a Patriot again. That is my first desire. But you know how free agency goes, right? It's up and down. You don't know who wants you. There might be teams that want me, but they'll never tell me that they want me. They're just playing the game too. So it's just it's a business, and they're in there negotiating. Does he fit here? Does he fit there? So whoever would like me, it's my job to do what I'm best at to give them the best opportunity to win, and myself.
I'll tell you, you guys are fortunate that you didn't have the like Hard Knocks cameras on you guys last year.
Oh my goodness, bro.
Okay.
Yes.
Because I got to say, I'm like, I wonder what's going on there. But you could tell from afar that there was a lot going. How would you describe the 2023 season? I'm sure you're glad you passed it, but how would you describe it?
The whole 3 years I was there was a rebuild. It's a rebuild. So, Patriots dynasty, it's a rebuild. They're trying to get back to where they were. So that's the word I would use. It's a real rebuild, and they have to find the right pieces. So I feel like I'm a good fit. I feel like I felt great there, and I feel like I was a positive to the team. But it's just certain pieces that have to be moved around so that they can get back to what they were. And Belichick was one of them. So, an era that's coming to an end, you see McCourty leaving. It's just those groups are leaving. Hey,
where's your former quarterback?
Oh, my God. 4th and 1, man.
Hey.
And so
Cam Newton.
That guy.
Cam Newton walking by.
That's a great guy.
Game changer.
Sure says. Game changer.
Game changer.
Not a game manager. Game changer.
Game changer.
So that's what I feel like I am. I'm a game changer. No, but it's great, man. We'll see that what the Patriots come to with Mayo. I think he's the answer for that change, and to meet the young guys in the middle, and also have the vets gel together and bring that glue.
I know you've been asked this question 100 times. Here's 101, because it's such a mystery. What happened with Mac Jones?
Mm-hmm.
That first year,
yeah.
I mean, he was at the Pro Bowl. He was in the Pro Bowl kicking it. I remember the pictures you guys took.
Doing
You're
it gritty.
out, like everybody's together. And then what happened to Mac?
Man, bro. It was just the environment. I think it was the circumstances.
So it's the environment more. You think he still has some?
He has it. He has it. I'm a Mac Jones fan. We got a great relationship. We were working hard in 2023. We were doing extra meetings together, and I think it was just not the right scenario in a sense. So hopefully this year with the new OC, if he's back there, that it can work out. That it's the final moment. But it's the same thing I say with the Born Blessed brand. It's the perspective. If you can use what you've been through to be better and change and use it all as fuel, he can get back to what he wants to be. But if like I said in 2022, when I kind of fell victim to the environment and why this, why that,
it's hard to do, isn't it?
It's hard.
It's hard.
It's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard. And Mac is a first rounder. Expectations. So many eyes on him. There's no telling what he deals with. So just having to use it all as fuel, I think he'll be all right.
Then as a quarterback, everything you say,
everything
you say, they parse it like, okay.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, you can kind of give your opinion as a wide receiver, and everybody's not going to scrutinize every word, but as a receiver, body language. I mean, as a quarterback, body language, words.
That clip when he was cussing out Matt Patricia, it was everywhere. It was everywhere. So like,
that was a funny clip.
So just he'll learn from those things, those little details of covering your mouth. It's little. As a quarterback, they're never going to be looking at
one of those cards like those.
Yeah, whatever it may be. So I think he can use all those down years as fuel, man, to get back to the player that he know he can be.
Man, it's a pleasure talking to you,
sir.
Kendrick Bourne, and I hope you're back in New England.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it, bro. Thank you, brother.
And best of luck with Born Blessed.
Yes, sir. Thank you, brother.
Hey, thank you for watching Brother from Another. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, go ahead and do that now. Don't forget, you can catch us 3 to 4 weekdays on PeacockTV.com and on Sirius XM Channel 85.